After the search and sanitization operations following the attack on the army camp in Baramulla ended, National Security Advisor Ajit Doval briefed the Prime Minister on the situation in Kashmir and of course on the line of control. Inside the South Block, Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar chaired a meeting where all the three service chiefs were present. Here is a look at all the important developments of the day in the national capital.
Weeks after the horrific Uri attack, another army camp targeted in Kashmir, this time in Baramulla. 46 Rashtriya Rifles camp was attacked at around 10:30 p.m. Sunday night, and the gunfight lasted nearly 3 hours. In Jammu and Kashmir, to take stock of the situation, Home Minister Rajnath Singh lauded the forces for giving a befitting reply to cross-border terror.
हमारे सेना और सुरक्षा के जवान जो है मुंहतोड़ जवाब दे रहे हैं.
Back in the capital, NSA Ajit Doval briefed Prime Minister Modi about the dastardly attack. Also shared details of the overall preparedness of the Indian Army at a time when retaliatory action is expected from Pakistan.
जवान शहीद हो गए BSF का, बहुत ही ये दुख की बात है, लेकिन हमारा फोर्सेस का मनोबल में कमी नहीं आएगी.
As India lost a brave heart to yet another cowardly act of terror, two terrorists managed to escape.
Moment, I can't say which group and all those things, yes. I mean, GPS has been recovered from them, a compass has been recovered from them, a wire cutter has been recovered from the place from where they were firing. So it is clear that they have an intention to enter inside the campus. They wanted to cut the wire, get in. So they have been timely detected by the men.
The army recovered GPS, wire cutters and AK magazines from the site, making it clear that the attackers were foreign terrorists. Sources in Special Operations Group of Jammu and Kashmir Police said that the terrorist had the support of local sleeper cells, claimed that the police had inputs that two Fidains were hiding in Baramulla. According to the Special Operations Group, the terrorist may be hiding in 5-kilometer radius with the help of their local contacts. Bureau Report, India Today.
The script was too familiar. A terror attack in the dead of the night, gunshots, grenades and a 3-hour-long standoff. But the army was prepared this time, repelling the attack, frustrating the efforts of the terrorists to replicate another Uri. Now let's see how things unfolded last night in the Baramulla attack.
At around 10:20 in the night, a group of terrorists crossed River Jhelum. At 10:25 p.m., Jawans noticed suspected movement near the 46 Rashtriya Rifles Army camp, which has one BSF company quartered inside. The camp is located only 20 to 30 yards away from the river bank. At 10:30 p.m., two terrorists attacked the BSF picket. Within no time, both the parties were engaged in heavy gun battle. The heavily armed terrorists lobbed grenades at the army. The army also retaliated with equal force. In the process, one BSF constable got critically injured. By 11:30 p.m., firing mellowed and the terrorists also began to withdraw. But at 11:45 p.m., the two terrorists once again brazenly opened fire, and this time at army picket of 46 Rashtriya Rifle Army camp. At 7 in the morning, during combing operations, a GPS, one magazine of AK-47 and a compass was recovered. By 8 o'clock, the search operation was called off. Bureau Report, India Today.
India Today was at the ground zero in Baramulla much before sunrise. Multiple reporters at different locations, all trying to give you, our viewers, a 360-degree coverage of this attack. From covering and tracing the route on River Jhelum, which was possibly taken by these attackers, to the army camp, the Rashtriya Rifles camp, which was at the epicenter of this entire gunfight.
Another cowardly attack on the army in the dead of the night. 2 weeks after the Uri attacks, terrorists attempted to strike again. This time their target, Rashtriya Rifles camp 50 kilometers northeast of Uri in Baramulla.
We are right at the Kupwara-Uri highway, and this is where the 46 RR camp is situated, where the attack took place.
The terrorist modus operandi was hauntingly similar to Uri, approached via a riverine route to carry out their nefarious plot.
India Today is at the banks of Jhelum. This is an area suspected to be used by terrorists who attacked the camp. Now, we can try and show you the Jhelum River. This is an extremely secure location, but at the cover of night, this is when the terrorists really attacked.
But the terror plan was foiled. High level of alertness of forces allowed them to engage with the terrorists as they attempted to mount an attack.
Firing continued for quite some time. They started firing from UGBL, that is started launching grenades.
It is no mystery where the terrorists originated from.
We have recovered one wire cutter, then there's a GPS device, there's a compass, and there's some magazine of AK series rifle and some ammunition also there. There's been a local militant, then he would not need these kind of devices.
There have been intelligence alerts immediately after the Uri attack and the surgical strikes that India has carried out across the line of control, that there could be attacks like the one that has happened in Uri already.
So how will India react to this attack? Will Pakistan be given time to reform, or is it time for stricter action? With Ankit Tyagi, Kamaljeet Kaur Sandhu and Shujaul Haq, Bureau Report, India Today.
From ceasefire violations to verbal attack, Pakistan is back to its anti-India antics. Unnerved by India's surgical strikes, Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif openly threatened India. And while the war of words between both the countries escalates, the tension along the LOC is only flaring up.
Cornered and rattled by Indian military and diplomatic offensive, Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif again resorting to anti-India rhetoric. Holding a top-level meet with the opposition, second after his January meet on the Sino-Pak Economic Corridor, trying to get other political parties in line with his anti-India agenda. It is not only Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, but also Kargil mastermind Parvez Musharraf, who has threatened India. Pakistan is even back to its old antic, provoking India at the border. Pakistan troops opened fire at Indian post in Poonch sector. But while the tensions continue to flare up at the border, attempts are being made to reduce the friction. Advisor to Pakistan Prime Minister Sartaj Aziz has said that National Security Advisor Ajit Doval and his Pakistani counterpart Nasir Janjua spoke on the phone, agreeing to stem the rising tensions. With Pakistan repeatedly provoking India on the border and through verbal attacks, India will have to maintain its aggressive stand. Bureau Report, India Today.
The entire country is in a state of high alert. First Uri, then surgical strikes, and now Baramulla. We at India Today carried out a reality check to figure out how prepared the cities are.
The nation goes on a heightened alert as terror threats loom after the surgical strikes in POK. India Today teams span across the country, from north to south. and west to east for a reality check. Our crews find heavy security deployment and checks in major cities. Armed guards patrol restive Srinagar. Armored vehicles stand by at key intersections. At Jammu Tawi, the main railhead for the valley-bound passengers, officers have stepped up baggage screening. At Pathankot in Punjab, streets are being tightly guarded. Security has been scaled up at crowded marketplaces in the national capital.
This is a holiday season, but this is no means a holiday for the security personnel. Heightened sense of security here at Sarojini Market, one of the most popular and bustling markets.
Eastern India is also highly watchful. Dog squads and more police and CRPF than usual are on site. At Kolkata's airport,
at this point in time, we are here at the Kolkata International Airport, and as you can see behind us, there are CISF jawans which are in charge of the airport. They are, patrolling the entire area along with sniffer dogs.
It's mandatory screening of all passenger baggage at Chennai's railway station.
Right now I'm at the central railway station, where you can see that no person is allowed beyond this point without proper frisking and their baggage being checked by this high spectrum X-ray machine here.
In Maharashtra, heavy deployments are in place at important religious locations like this temple in Pune. In neighbouring Mumbai, CCTV cameras and increased police patrols were seen guarding the country's financial capital.
On 2nd of October, Mumbai Police's surveillance project is going live, which means around more than 6,400 CCTV cameras have been installed at 1,500 important locations. The live feed of all these locations will be given to the Commissioner Office and respective police stations.
India's security apparatus has readied series of responses to counter Pakistan's proxy war. Keeping the citizens safe is the top priority. Bureau Report, India Today.
Tamil Nadu is on the edge. Lakhs of people are praying for their Amma to get better. And the reports are conflicting as the rumors predicts the worst and the medical bulletins are building hope. And in the middle of all this, a top-level intensivist has been flown down from UK and is asked to take a look into the case.
Hundreds gathered outside the Apollo Hospital in Chennai, hoping, praying for their Amma's quick recovery. And the hysteria around her is such that supporters all across the state are offering prayers, even piercing their bodies to appeal to the Almighty. Jayalalitha has after all been in the hospital for nearly 2 weeks now, and reports on her condition have at best been widely conflicting. The rumour mill fanned by opposition DMK when its patriarch M. Karunanidhi demanded that the Tamil Nadu government put out images of her in the hospital to put all speculations to rest. Then, the governor visited Jaya in hospital on Saturday night and made it official by saying that the chief minister was recovering well.
The hospital has meanwhile flown in Dr. Richard Belle from UK to examine Jayalalitha. The hospital he works in there describes him as an intensivist, a specialist in critically ill patient. His other expertise are lung infection, multiple organ failure and general intensive care.
The hospital continues to provide daily medical bulletins on the condition of the Chief Minister, all of which point to a regular improvement, much to the hopes of lakhs across the state. Bureau Report, India Today.
Bollywood is split wide open over Pakistani artists working in India. While the Sultan of Bollywood, Salman Khan, supported Pakistani artists, others such as the Sultan co-star Randeep Hooda, Nana Patekar and former Pakistani citizen Adnan Sami echoed a nation-first sentiment. Bollywood stands divided on the Maharashtra Nav Nirman Sena's ban on Pakistani actors working in India.
अब जब आग लगी है तो मैं कहता अच्छा यार तू देख तेरा काम देख मैं तो जा रहा हूं यहां से तो होस्ट जो है वो अपसेट नहीं होगा
बेशक
But Sami's mentor in Bollywood, Salman Khan, firmly supported his Pakistani counterparts.
वीजा लेके आते कौन देता उनको वीजा हमारी गवर्नमेंट देती है उनको वीजा वर्क परमिट हमारी गवर्नमेंट देती है.
And here's Nana Patekar with a counter-attack on Khan.
जो हम जो पटर करते हैं उनके ऊपर ध्यान मत दो, इतनी अहमियत मत देना किसी को, उनकी औकात नहीं उतनी अहमियत.
Salman's Sultan co-star Randeep Hooda is also against Pak actors working in India. The actor took to Twitter and wrote, "It is only by isolating that the people of Pakistan will be able to pressurize their government and army to act against the terror organizations." While Anupam Kher suggested that Pak artists lacked sensitivity.
When something like this happens, it's very important to show that artistic sensitivity. Artists are supposed to be very sensitive. You cannot be sensitive only towards money, fame. You should also be artistic and sensitive towards a fellow neighbor's Jawans.
Queen Kangana Ranaut is all for art and culture, but believes that it is difficult for the policymakers and the industry to be objective given the present circumstances.
It's very hard to be objective right now, but we hope the love and art prevails. But right now, we can't expect people to be objective when such a big loss we have to deal with, right?
Veterans such as Mahesh Bhatt, Om Puri and Shyam Benegal are in favour of cultural ties with Pakistan. But there are others such as Madhur Bhandarkar and the Indian Motion Pictures Producers Association who passed a resolution to ban Pakistani artists in India. Meanwhile, Karan Johar's Dharma Productions and SRK's Red Chilli Entertainment have been served a warning letter by the MNS. Replace Fawad and Mahira Khan from Ae Dil Hai Mushkil and Rais, or the films will not be allowed to release. With cross-border tensions between India and Pakistan reaching fever pitch, the Aman Ki Asha Brigade will find it tough to recruit Pak artists in the near future. Entertainment Bureau, India Today.